I'm the Director of Youth and Family Ministry, and this is your Weekday Update. And as you can see, this is new. This is our new setup for streaming. And as you'll see on Sunday morning on the worship service, we are using our new cameras, we are using our new equipment to stream the service. There's a few hiccups along the way that we'll be learning about and continuing on, but we're slowly figuring them out. And it's the biggest news that's happening right now this week here at church. But there's still a few things going on, and there's a way that this ties into a question that I'll be posing to you guys. So stick with me, we'll jump right into it. This Sunday, 10 o'clock at the fairgrounds, there will be communion. And it's been since March since we've had communion. So this is open to the whole congregation. And so we're really excited to be able to provide communion along with multiple different Bemidji congregations at the fairgrounds. So we hope to see you at 10 o'clock on Sunday, August 30th. Second of all, I want to make aware of a couple dates if you haven't already heard. Confirmation age kids, so that's kids who are in 6th grade through 8th grade. You have a parent meeting, so your parents and you will be at that meeting on September 30th starting at 6:45, and I anticipate no longer than an hour. We'll be kind of going through the year and how that's going to work. I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be super, super awesome, something a little bit different, but I think you guys will all enjoy it. High schoolers, that same night, September 30th at 8, we are having a Zoom meeting. And I will say this is something that we've never done before. First Lutheran has never done this before, and I don't really want to spill the beans on it yet. But I'm really excited about it, and you're not going to want to miss that. So that is September 30th at 8 p.m. for the high school and college age students. But finally, the last thing and how this kind of ties into it, it kind of gets into a little bit of the questions that I had last week of, is there anything that you're wanting to participate in? And one of the reasons that I bring that up is at some point, we are going to have multiple people doing some of this camera work and switching, or we're going to be training in different people. And we're open to having multiple youth learning how to do that here at First Lutheran Church and taking a bit of a leadership role with our online streaming. So we're really excited about that. If you think that that would be really interesting, please let me or someone on the staff know. Along with, there's lots of other jobs here. There's helping with the altar guild, so you're helping with the candles and the paraments and the different things for setting up for worship. There's also lots of other little tasks. If you'd love to, if there's something that you've always wanted to do or wanted to help with, please let us know. We'd love to plug you in with that. For our youth here from middle school all the way to high school, in college, is there something that you're wanting to do in particular this year or learn in particular this year? We're having a much different year, and I'm wanting to throw that ball a little bit into your court of what are the things that you're wanting to learn about or do this year. I would love to hear that and love to hear what your ideas on that are. I'm working on right now figuring out the confirmation schedule for the year, so the sooner I can hear some of those suggestions, the sooner you might be learning about it. Finally, and I think this is a really important one, and this isn't even just open to our high school and middle school and college students. This is open to the whole congregation. During this time that we've had to be in this weird worship space, this virtual worship space, or driving out to the fairgrounds and still having to be distant, how have you grown, or what have the blessings been during this pandemic? For me, I look at myself, there's a couple different ones that I can point to, in particular things that I've focused on, things that I've worked on during this time. But I'd love to hear what some of those are for you and how we as a church are doing that. I can point to certain things that I'm seeing within the church, but I'm biased. I work here, I'm seeing the stuff day to day. I'd love to hear how you are doing and how do you see the church growing or changing during this time. So often it's easy for us to get wrapped up in the things that we can't do or the things that are changing and we don't like. It's really easy to overlook some of the good things that are happening, the good things that are still moving and changing. Part of life that's so difficult is that life keeps moving whether we want it to or not. And I think that's one of the things right now that I've been reflecting on a lot. I'm getting married in less than a month. And a lot of things are changing really, really quickly. And there's things that are out of my control. And I try doing the best of what I can with the stuff that's in control. But I really want to hear from you guys and our church community. What are those for you? Because I think right now we all are needing that reassurance of what those blessings and how we're growing and what that means for all of us. So I look forward to hearing some of those answers. I'll probably give you some more answers next week, and that's probably right about the time that I'm going to have to take a couple weeks off, because then I'm going to be gone with my wedding. So we'll only have about 1 or 2 more of these weeks to go before we probably get into the academic year. So I'm really excited to hear these. I hope these have been beneficial. I've been excited to provide these each week for you guys, and I hope to hear from you guys and hear some responses on it. So, my name is Tyler Bubbitz. I'm the Director of Youth and Family Ministry here at First Lutheran Church, live from the sanctuary. And this has been your Weekday Update, and I'll see you next week.